buds cast away, letting off like an AK, equipped with a full clip of hollow tip bullets, and my finger on the trigger. Sicker than Tom Green in a synagogue, dressed as Hitler's Yak the Ripper. Pay your respects or get dealt with.
What is up? Welcome to another episode of Maximilian Must Know. I actually have a review for you guys today, and we're going to be taking a look at a fragrance from the house of Zara. This one is called a Zara Man. And now, you guys know I like to give some backstory in the house, and believe it or not, even though I own quite a few scents from Zara, 7 in total, and I will review all of them, this is my first review from Zara. I actually work across the street from Zara, from one of their locations, so I'm there pretty often. The 6 others that I own are 1975 Denim Couture, Amber Wood, Man Intense, Sport 421, Tobacco Collection Intense, and Tobacco Collection Rich. I think they do a good job with their scents. Most are dupes, but sometimes there's some good ones, and prices are not bad when there's sales. So I just like checking their stuff out because I feel like you just never know which one's gonna pop with you. And usually they never go above $29.99. At the most, I think I've ever seen $39.99, and that's pretty rare. The reason why I bought this one is because someone in my office, works across the street, was wearing a scent, and I really liked it. And I was like, you know, what are you wearing? And he was like, oh, one of the Zara Man fragrances. It's in a bottle. He described it to me. We have to twist the top. He's like, I don't know which one it was. And I was like, cool, say no more, fam. You know, and I grabbed this one, and I grabbed Zara Man Intense because I didn't know which one he was talking about, and they were both sealed when I got to the store, and they were $19.99, I think, so, or maybe $25. So I just bought both. I will definitely get more from Zara just because, again, of where they are, their sales, and I think they do okay. As far as the house of Zara, yeah, so it's basically a Spanish fashion house that was founded like mid-70s. They started with what they're doing today. They were trying to make haute couture for a more affordable price. They are a step up in quality from H&M. I have plenty of Zara pieces. I feel like Zara clothing works best when you mix it with high-end fashion pieces. And Zara always has and still does rely on information technology to figure trends out and give consumers instant fashion for a lower price point. In 1980 is when they really started to expand. They started with Portugal. In 1989, they expanded to the US. In 1990, they went to like a real European expansion. And as of today, they have stores in over 75 countries. 2003, they went into home goods, and they actually began offering their fragrances in 1998, and they licensed their name out to Antonio Puig. Antonio Puig does, I feel like, a great job with fragrances, from their own house to who they license out to. And Zara, as of today, has over 300 fragrances in their catalog. They've had perfumers like Harry Fremont, Carlos Benaim, and Jerome Epinette work on their fragrances. Now, this one, Zara Man, actually came out in 2013. I think it was their spring collection in 2013 this was released with. And the notes on it, simple, guys. This is cardamom, apple, lemon, and watery notes. Looking through my notes, I did pay $26 for 90 ml eau de toilette. I don't know how you find this at this point. I believe this one has been retired. You probably would need to go to eBay or some sort of Zara store that has all their stock. I'll let you know if I think it's worth it for you guys to check it out. Now, as far as your presentation goes, it's pretty neat. You got the Zara Man there, and then you have a sticker there. Only way to delineate it from the Intense version, which I also have, and I will review at some point. And when you want to spray it, you just twist it real simply. You got the sprayer here, and it does a really nice job. And then when you want to close it, again, simply twist. So really pretty simple. And I actually do think this presentation is pretty neat. And you got the Zara name there, so it's not a bad presentation. I got to give it its props for that. And it's not a bad set by any stretch of the imagination. It's very safe, guys. It's very mainstream. It's very bright. Okay, so this, if you want to think about this, think about green apple, lemon peel, and some aquatic notes. The cardamom is very faint for me, if it's there at all. This, my friends, is the definition of a safe fragrance. Now, it turns out that the intense version is what I smelled on the person that I smelled it on and which I preferred. That is a little bit more reminiscent of a Dior Homme fragrance. And I will do a full review on that, as I said. This, for me, not bad, a little too simple for my liking. And it has a little bit of a plasticky vibe to it, which, believe it or not, it's not entirely unpleasant. But this just doesn't have a ton of nuance. I do like the lemon and apple, which is very crisp, and I feel like the only thing that really sort of separates this from like that bologna territory. As far as a performer, this isn't gonna blow you out of the water, guys. It's gotta keep it a buck. It's mediocre. 4 to 6 hours on the skin, 3 hours or so of projection, a little bit of sillage, perfectly unisex because this one is so simple. I think the lack of any florals here probably makes it a little bit better for a man, but hey, whoever likes smelling clean, bright, and fresh, you can get by with this one. I think the way that this one works ideally is for work. I think this is a work scent. This is an everyday office scent, and it works well in that capacity. This will make you smell clean, fresh, and it will not offend a soul. Can't find this one, want something similar? Hey, this is a lemon scent in its essence. I think Dior Homme Sport minus the ginger and complexity sort of mirrors this. Monsieur Balmain, a little bit of the same vibe. That's a little bit more complex. YSL L'Homme is a little more complex. And if you really want to go to the high end of lemon fragrances, which I don't like, I don't want to spend, I'm not one of these guys that wants to spend $200 on a lemon scent. But I think if you really love lemon, you might want to look at Profumo Aroma Aqua Viva, which, you know, a lot of people feel like is the pinnacle of lemon scents. I think if someone were trying to talk you into getting this one, they'd say it's safe, it smells okay, it smells good, it's a good smelling scent, and it's cheap. If you can find it. I think on the flip side, people might tell you, hey, can you find it? From a chef's point of view, this has a complexity of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and there's just better options out there in that $25 range if you can even find it for that price point. Hey guys, this is literally a 5 out of 10 for me. If you're just into fragrances, this might be one you enjoy. I'm sure there are folks that will like this. I'm sure there are folks that will feel like they can wear this to the gym. But if you're like me and are into scents that are interesting and have some character, I think you'll want to look towards other offerings. And to be honest with you guys, even other offerings from Zara. Zara does some cool stuff. You know, I don't think you need to go this realm. If you're in a store, you see this, you like the bottle, you spray it on, and you really enjoy it, cop it. You know, it's cheap enough and it's cool. But I just think there's better out there for the money and better from the house. So that's my take on Zara Man. I'd love to know if anyone smelled this. Hey, what do you think? Let me know also if there's Zara scents you've tried that you think I should check out. They're cheap enough I can cop and review for you guys. So let me know what you think of Zara fragrances. And of course, I'll be back real soon with more videos. You already know my name is Maximilian.
You should go into comatose, cause too much of the voice will lead to overdose. It's heartless. Consider the issue with your conscience twice before my squadron strikes and bombs the mic, causing conflict crucially, cause musically